The Nokia 6.1 Plus from HMD Global, also known as the Nokia 6X in some other markets, is a beautiful phone in all ramifications. The build quality is top-notch, premium if you like to call it that. This is the kind of product and build quality Nokia is known for. I was quite impressed when I pulled this device from the box. It's lightweight and it feels absolutely great. Nokia has taken a good deal of time in making sure that the fit and finish of this phone is superb. This device just screams premium. In the box you get a SIM ejector tool, some paperwork, a pair of earphones, a USB Type-C cable, which is actually very good in my opinion, and a 5-watt 2-amp charging brick. Hey guys, my name is Henreeneo and this is my review of the Nokia 6.1 Plus. This is the glass and metal designed smartphone, with metal between two panes of glass on the front and back of the phone. Looking around the device, I can't help but notice how clean the design is. A huge part of the experience of using the phone is in the look and how the phone feels in your hand. If you do not fall in love with the physical build of a device, you'd scarcely have the urge to use the device on a regular. When you pair how good this phone's build is with its compact size, you begin to literally hate other huge devices in the market these days. You get a vertical dual camera system on the back of the device that comprises of a 16 megapixel primary shooter and a 5 megapixel secondary shooter. These cameras come with advanced AI imaging for even better photos. In that same vertical panel you also have a ring LED flashlight. There's a fingerprint scanner placed where I like it, which is in the middle of the black plate. Power and volume buttons are on the right of the phone, and these buttons are chamfered, giving a shiny band around them. The SIM tray is on the left. There's a dedicated secondary noise cancellation microphone and a 3.5mm headphone jack at the top of the device. At the bottom we have our speaker grills, a USB-C port and a microphone hole. Overall the device weighs 151 grams. The Nokia 6.1 Plus comes with a 5.8-inch Full HD Plus 19:9 aspect ratio display with a PPI of 432. It's also got a notch, and in that notch you'd find a 16 megapixel front-facing camera, an earpiece for receiving calls, and also a proximity sensor. There is no notification LED here. The display on this phone is an IPS LCD panel, but do not let that deceive you. It's incredibly beautiful. The colors are very well calibrated and you'd be hard-pressed to find any issues with this display. Colors on YouTube, Instagram and media-based applications are just beautiful. I find myself spending a lot of time on YouTube and the Google News app simply because of how brilliant the white point of the screen is. I mean, the white is really white and it's incredibly captivating. The screen is so crisp, I feel like this isn't a mid-range device I'm using. How on earth did Nokia do this? 1080p videos on this display is beautiful, and again, it's just amazing what the screen offers. As for other specs, the Nokia 6.1 Plus packs a 3060 mAh battery which supports quick charge at 18 watts, but you may have to buy a charger that charges at 18 watts as the charger included in the box is a 10-watt charger. We have an octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 636 processor paired with an Adreno 509 GPU, 4GB of RAM, 64GB of internal storage that's expandable to 400GB using a micro SD card. For comms, the Nokia 6.1 Plus supports Wi-Fi 802.11, A, B, G, N and AC. It comes with Bluetooth 5.0 for excellent audio quality and further connectivity range for wireless audio. Mobile connectivity bands are GSM, CDMA, HSPA and LTE bands. And drilling into the 4G bands, the device will work on band 40, 41, 1, 3, 8 and 5. Enough with the specs, let's talk about the software on the Nokia 6.1 Plus. This device came with Android 8.1 Oreo out of the box, but while setting up the phone, I was prompted with an update which turned out to be for Android 9.0. Software on this device has been a pleasure to use thus far. You're basically getting the same software as you have on the Pixel 3 in here. Everything is the same. You can hide the notch in the settings if you do not like it. You also have access to digital well-being to help you keep track of how much time you spend on apps. There's an option to turn on the gesture-based peel navigation, and you can also turn on ambient display, also known as always on display. The The always on feature is mostly used in AMOLED displays, but you can also use it here, although your screen will only show the ambient info in 3 modes. 1, when you receive a new notification, 2, when you leave to check your notifications, and 3, when you're charging the device. You have double tap to wake. You have the swipe down on the fingerprint sensor to pull down the notification panel, and a lot more features you can enable when you get this update. In fact, this is basically a Pixel phone in a Nokia shell. The software works great, but is sometimes limited by the Snapdragon 636 processor in this phone. This is the only gripe I have with the phone. The Snapdragon 636 doesn't do a very good job of making this device run fast, but you can improve this by tuning down the animation skills in developer mode. Apps perform okay with occasional stuttering. This is mainly due to the SoC. It's not a very efficient SoC, and you'll find that this is the major downside to this device. Apps sometimes take too long to load, and again, you'll only notice this if you're coming from a flagship device. If you've been on an entry-level device to a mid-range device, you may not notice this lag. App switching works well thanks to the optimization of Android Pie. Gaming on the Nokia 6.1 Plus is average. Most 3D games will play smoothly if you keep the graphics settings to low. I played PUBG and it played smoothly with little to no frame drops, but the graphics setting on this game was automatically set to low. Asphalt 8 played smoothly with no problems at all, and so did Dead Trigger 2. All your 2D and casual games will work just fine. I put the Nokia 6.1 Plus through a couple of benchmarks and it scored 117,700 in Antutu, as well as 1,330 and 4,889 in Geekbench 4's single and multi-core tests respectively, putting it at par with the likes of the Huawei Nova 3i and the Huawei Y9 2019. As far as battery life was concerned, I wasn't disappointed with this device at all. With the included 3060 mAh battery, you'd get up to a day of battery life with moderate use of the device. The cameras on the phone are impressive. You have HDR mode as a standard feature. The camera app here is quite extensive with lots of features to play with. This reminds me of the camera apps we used to have with the Lumia lineup. The camera app features a Bothie mode, which is essentially a feature that allows you to shoot photos or videos with both the front and rear cameras simultaneously. I honestly do not know if you'd use this a lot, but I can imagine a lot of scenarios where this will come in handy. Bloggers for one would find this useful if they'd like to show what they're talking about while capturing themselves. You can also use this feature to live stream to YouTube or Facebook, as the case may be. The cameras also manage to capture good images even in low light, as it allows a good amount of light through the lens. Your images will have good details in good lighting conditions. Photos are almost always on point, producing images with great color balance and details. You do have the ability to apply stickers, and you also have the famous beauty mode if you're into that. As for the front camera, it's got the bokeh and beauty modes as well, and takes mostly decent photos. The phone also captures the edge of objects in bokeh mode quite well using a front-facing camera. Overall, I'll give the cameras on the Nokia 6.1 Plus a 7.5 out of 10. The Nokia 6.1 Plus is surprisingly well made. It's extremely lightweight and feels very comfortable in the hand. It's easily usable with one hand and it's just perfect. In terms of pricing, the Nokia 6.1 Plus goes for 95,000 Naira, and you can find it in Jumia, and I'll be leaving a link to this in the description of this video. I think it's a fair price considering you're getting a premium built phone, a great display, good battery life, and overall awesome experience with both the software and the hardware. If you have some time, I'd suggest you walk into a store and have an in-hand feel of this device so you can decide if this is a device you'd like to purchase. You'd be getting prompt security updates and 2 years of major Android updates, meaning you get Android Pie and Android Q later this year when it's available. This device scores a 7 out of 10 and gets my stamp of approval. Thanks for watching this review of the Nokia 6.1 Plus. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section of this video. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this video, and hit the subscribe button to see more videos like this. Peace.